Shalom, shalom. It's Brother Ishar from GMS Mississippi Gulf Coast. Before I get started, I'm going to give infinite honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Kodesh. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Alchemists pushing this truth with all faith and all righteousness and all sincerity. To you, I say Shalom. And this is just a lesson through the Rakak Kodesh. All right, a lesson going in on listening, okay? Because as true man of Yahweh Shem Shai, we must be able to listen. Alright? Listen. In order to even be able to give an answer to whatever being said. Just like, matter of fact, when you was in school, the teacher speaks first. Right? And then she asks a question, and by you hearing about whatever she was teaching and up there on the board teaching about, she asked who knows this, that, and the other. You raise your hand because you know the answer, because you have listened of the whole time of what's going on and what's being said. Okay, so that shows you that listening is the first step of communication. Okay, and I want to get a search that I had did some research, and it says various studies stress the importance of listening as communication skill. All right, so various studies, they stress it. Okay, why do they stress it? Because that is the importance of communication, to listen. It says a typical study points out that many of us spend 70 to 80% of our time in some form of communication. All right. It says of that time, we spend about 9% writing, 16% reading, and 30% speaking. And yours is the highest, and 45% listening. So listening is the most highest thing of communication. Why? Because you have to, in order to actually communicate, you have to know what you're talking about. And how you gonna know what you're talking about if you're not listening to what's being said and what's going on? Okay. So with that, I want to get Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 15. It says, "The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise." Hearken unto what's being said. All right. What's being told to you. You counted wise by listening. Hearkening goes into listening. You counted wise to do so. Okay, it says the way of a fool is right in his own eyes. Really, you can't tell a fool nothing. A fool ain't gonna listen anyway. Because they feel, you got people out here that feel like what they think and how they feel is right. And everything else is wrong. You know? But to hearken and to actually listen to what's being said to you, you are counted wise. Okay? Taking things into consideration. It's not being said for nothing, especially if you're dealing in the spirit. Everything's not, nothing is said for nothing. Okay? What the scriptures tell you, be not ignorant in the great matter of small. Nothing is said for nothing, man. Knowing that the Lord ponders on the heart. The Lord instilleth the instruction, as it says in Job. So everything is of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? So you'll be wise to listen to whatever it is being said to you. It's not being said to you for nothing. Still, Salaki for the long speech, but still in tune to the lesson, listening. It says, even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, shut up, but even a fool now. Because you know, a fool can't stop talking. But when he does, and holdeth his peace, it's counted wise. Why? Because he's not speaking, he's listening. It says, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. So shutting your mouth, not speaking and listening, you gain understanding of whatever topic it may be, whatever situation whatever conversation it is, you get understanding from it, because you're actually taking in everything, every aspect of it. If you can be in the group and everything is being said, like say after camp you fellowship with the brothers, all right, the brothers might be 4-5 brothers and they all saying something, but by you listening, you're getting something from each and every individual brother, you see, and you getting the understanding. And that's how that's definitely how the Lord works, man. But it's up to you to hush, don't always give an account, and listen. You see, I ain't gonna lie. I was definitely a brother when I, first coming in. That's something, I always done. I was always giving an account. There was a beloved brother. So I always say, hey man, sometimes it's best to just listen. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. The water y'all about you, man. I wish y'all for that, because I get so much from the fellowship, and I get so much from what's being said because I listen, man. And then when it's time, like the scriptures go into, it's a time for everything, man. So when it's time, then I can, if it be of the Lord's will, I give something, I say something, but sometimes it's not, you really shouldn't say much, really, especially being amongst elders or great men. Matter of fact, let me go off into that real quick. Let's see. Here it is. This is Sirach 7:14 says, use not many words in a multitude of elders, and make not much babbling when thou prayest. But the point is, excuse me, Salakia. It says, use not many words in a multitude of elders. Why? Because knowledge going out. Wisdom is being spoken. Understanding is being given, man. But if you just running your mouth, you missing the point. You missing out on what's being said. Then you missing out on really growth. Things that's gonna help you, man. So it's a reason why the scriptures are saying what it's saying. Because really, you got some people, go by, they got to bump their head. No, it shouldn't always be that. You shouldn't always have to get rebuked and corrected. You can know what to do and how to do it just by listening, man. Okay? But that was my point that I was saying earlier, use not many words in multitude of elders, man. Because it's be real things exhorting to the spirit that be being said, man, in that time, okay? But back to the lesson. This Proverbs 18:13, it says, he that answereth a matter before he heareth, it is folly and shame unto him. And you got Jake out here that do that, man. You got Jake out here that do that, man. They are giving account before you even say what you got to say, and then they'll say, then Jake end up saying, okay, you got it, man. You gonna talk, man. I'm gonna listen. Go ahead, man. No, you done already said what you said, so now you already on that. Because now it's embedded in you. You done spoke it. So now anything I say is irrelevant because you didn't listen first. You spoke first. You see? And like he said, it is folly and shame unto him. It's not good. It's not going to be good for you. Answering a matter before you hear it. And you know what? Going back to school, you had those kids that'll answer before the question was even given out, and the teacher tell them that was the wrong answer. Because they ain't even hear it, And that's how it is in the spirit, man. Sometimes you can be too quick on the draw, man. Patience. You know, I've been saying this for about 2 weeks now, and it's through the spirit, man. Patience. Patience is the biggest thing in this truth, and it's what we need, man. Patience to endure, patience to learn, you know, because you can be too hard on yourself, man. You know, patience is the biggest thing in this truth, man. You know, faith and patience. Faith come first, man, but patience, you know. No scripture tell you patience, matter of fact. This is Luke 21:19. It says, in your patience possess ye your souls. Okay? So your patience is having patience helps you, man. It helps you gain things in the spirit. And overall, like the scripture say, he that endureth to the end, same shall be saved, man. Endureth, suffering goes into being patient. You know? Won't be too much long. This is James 1:19. It says, wherefore, back to the lesson. This is James 1:19. It said, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. All right. So be swift to hear. You know, be quick to listen first. Be quick to listen. Slow to speak. That's what you be slow on. That's what that's what it take. That's what need to take you a minute to do. You know, or however long it takes the what's being said to come out. You know, that's what you do, man. You listen. You know, your answer should be what takes long, because you have to get the conclusion. What the scripture say? Hear the conclusion of the whole matter. So you have to hear what's being said. Listen. All right. And slow to wrath. You know, and that, you know, that slow to wrath, you know, just giving a little point on it, you know, because if you listen, see, sometimes you can be too quick to judge what's being said and you take offense. But if you listening, that wrath won't even come. If you really paying attention to what's being said the whole time, it benefits you. Sometimes it can benefit you what's being said. But you can be, you know, so quick on the draw, you get offended, you get mad, you get angry, you get upset. That's irrational, man. And see, we supposed to be logical. We supposed to be focused on the point, on the bigger picture. And listening is a big step, focusing on what's being said, what's being done. Okay? I ain't gonna take it too far. Lord willing, I wish and hope that this, and pray that this lesson was edifying to someone. I'm gonna close out and give infinite honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing this truth with our faith and our righteousness and our sincerity. To you, I say Shalom. Shalom.